Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be my top new fragrances for the month of love. So we have here 10 fragrances that I've not talked about in previous Valentine's Day videos. These are fragrances that I picked up in 2022, and then I do have my first purchase of 2023. And then these are just fragrances that I think are new and perfect for either a day date or a date night. Maybe you're going out with your partner, your spouse, your boyfriend, or just having dinner or brunch with the ladies. We have a little bit of everything. Of course, you can wear these fragrances whenever you want, but I do have scenarios and I did categorize them for day and night. So I'm gonna give you guys a day and then maybe something that complements it at night. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So first up is my scent of the day, and that is Atelier des Ors Pink Me Up. Everything about this fragrance, the name, the bottle, just matches what you're getting. I will say that this was not a love at first sniff, and I'll talk about that in more detail in a collective haul that I have coming next month. But the more and more I wear this fragrance, the more and more I love it. I do think weather has a lot to do with it. I've been playing with this one, and the weather here has been going up and down, and I don't know, I find that I like it more in warmer weather, which is perfect. So this fragrance, when it opens, is a very realistic raspberry lemonade fragrance to my nose. There is no raspberry, there is no lemonade, but that's what my nose gets when this fragrance opens. It's just a very bubbly kind of, not necessarily champagne, because champagne's a little bit dry. I do get something bubbly and effervescent like champagne, so I think they nailed that. But this to me in the opening smells like a very sugary raspberry lemonade. Yeah. And then as it dries down, I think the ad for this is perfect. I'll put in a picture where they have champagne and then macarons. When this dries down, that kind of fizziness goes away, and I get more of like a more raspberry lemon kind of jammy filling. Like if you've ever had a macaron, I feel like that's what I get. So this is very realistic, and I would say test it out because this doesn't smell like how other people describe it, so I think it's gonna be a little different for everybody. This does not smell rosy to me like it does to other people. I don't pick up the orange blossom. The only thing to me that the orange blossom is adding is maybe that sugary citrus, but it doesn't come off sickeningly sweet like it does in other fragrances. This fragrance is very well blended, very realistic, and it was not a love at first sniff. So it's one I would say sample and also wait for a sale. I had 10% off at Fragrance Buy, and I waited for them to release it there. I was going to pick this one up right away, but I was like, no, you haven't had any luck with niche. So I did wait, and I'm happy that I only spent $160 on this one. It is 100 ml. And it is a unique one to me. Like a lot of people said it was basic, so this is one I definitely think you need to test out because I'm getting something different. But I think this one would be perfect for Galentine's Day. This is to me a brunch time scent. Like champagne, you think of mimosas, you think of just a day out with the ladies. That's what this is. Now this can definitely be a day out with your spouse, your partner, your significant other, but this reminds me of being out with the ladies. It's pink, it's pretty, celebrating other women over mimosas and having a good time. That is this scent. And again, that is Atelier des Ors Pink Me Up. Okay, another rosy fragrance. This one to me is more rosy and it is a little bit more night, but that is Narciso Rodriguez for her Musk Noir Rose. This one I do find to be a little bit more rosy. I pick up the rose in this one. I believe this one also has tuberose. Yeah, this is warm, spicy. It is slightly animalic in the opening to my nose. Think of animalic, a little more carnal. And then it's got plum and also slightly more mature, I would say. Not that I like to put an age, but this one is slightly more of a mature scent in my opinion, and it's more of a sensual, sexy fragrance. Now I have seen in groups people say, what does sexy smell like? It's a feeling. When I wear this, when I say a fragrance is more flirtatious or sexy, it's how it makes me feel. This to me is more of a sexy fragrance. Doesn't smell sexy. Well, yeah, no, it does smell sexy. When I think of this, I think of like fishnet stockings, high heels, a burgundy lip, red wine. That's the scent. It's not strong, it's more intimate. So think of a more intimate date night. And again, that's Narciso Rodriguez for her Musk Noir Rose. Then next we have a couple of vanillas. So this is Soleil Vibrant by Lalique. And one of my top day date fragrances or day the sun going down has been the original Soleil by Lalique. This one is more, like the name would imply, it's a little bit more vibrant. This is a very airy, citrusy vanilla. The citrus in here isn't sharp and the vanilla in here isn't overly sweet. This is another one that I think would make for an amazing day date, especially if it's like a little cool and you want something a little more cozy and uplifting. So this is more of a daytime kind of cozy fragrance. And again, that is Soleil Vibrant by Lalique. Another vanilla scent, this one I would say is a little bit more night, but I don't know, maybe more like Netflix and chill. Maybe you're gonna have your friends over and you're gonna barbecue outside, or you're gonna be around like a fire pit, sipping some wine. But we have here Flower Bomb Ruby Orchid. And I have described this one as if you took Flower Bomb and nectar and you kind of mixed them together, took out the gunpowder note and the patchouli. This is, to me, a little bit more wearable than Flower Bomb, but still kind of sexy. This one's more vanilla. It's got a peachy note, but it's more of a fuzzy peach, like the peach skin. I have the 100 ml of both this one and Flower Bomb, and I will say that even though I prefer Flower Bomb, I find Flower Bomb to be a little bit more date night, like going out, and this one to be a little bit more versatile. You can wear this one during the day, you can wear this one at night, and it's a little bit more casual, so I do wear this one more. I mean, I got a little bit of a dent in this one already. So I do find this one to be a little bit more versatile, and it's new, so it's nice because it's a little different. Again, that is Flower Bomb, a Ruby Orchid. Okay, and the next we have two cherry fragrances. We have here Carolina Herrera's A Very Good Girl Glam. This to me can definitely be more of a standalone, but this is probably my favorite shoe. This is your sour tart cherry, kind of nutty, vanilla rosy fragrance. This one's more versatile. This one's definitely day or night, but it's that sour cherry that gives me a little bit more daytime vibes. I would imagine going to lunch or brunch, but it's definitely more of a Valentine's Day scenario. Like you're maybe having lunch and there's roses and just pink and reds. That's the kind of date I envision with this one. This one is a little more flirty, and for that reason I reserved it more for day. So again, that's Carolina Herrera's A Very Good Girl Glam. Now we're talking night. This one is going out as well. That is Kayali's Love Fest Burning Cherry, where that cherry's kind of tart. This is more of your dark, sweet, burning cherry. This has Palo Santo in it, which gives it kind of a smoky, incensey vibe. This also has praline, raspberry, guaiac wood, patchouli. This is more of a going out. Maybe you have like a trench coat on and it's cool outside, so you spray this on and it gives you that kind of cherry smoke scent. You have a burgundy lip. That's this scent. Definitely more date night and going out. And again, that's Kayali Love Fest Burning Cherry. Next we have Prada Paradox. This was love at first sniff, and every time I wear this fragrance, this always gets a compliment. This I can already tell is going to be a top compliment getting fragrance in my collection, and it's just so pretty and girly, and you smell clean and put together. And this is just one that I think would be, again, more so beautiful for Galentine's. Maybe we're doing like wine tasting at Cooper's Hawk. This leaves an amazing sillage. This is one that people don't have to come in to smell you. This is one that leaves like a scent trail. It's one I wasn't gonna pick up because it has neroli essence. I believe there's orange blossom in this one. It was just way too much, but it's blended so pretty. And this is just a flirty kind of pretty girl fragrance. This is going to be a head turner. And again, that's Prada Paradox. Where that is a pretty girl fragrance, now we have Pretty Woman, which is perfect because the face behind this whole entire line is none other than Julia Roberts. But we have here a flanker that has quickly become one of my favorite out of the line. This is one that only came in a 30 ml, and it is a little pricey. I waited for a sale, but this is La Vie Belle Domaine de la Rose. This is, for those who don't like La Vie Belle, this does have the La Vie Belle DNA, but it's not that gourmand, sweet that people don't like in La Vie Belle. It's La Vie Belle with a more intoxicating kind of warm spicy top, and then like a lot of rose. Whereas En Rose, which is an Eau de Toilette flanker, to me is a little bit more of a jammy rose. This is more of an intoxicating rose. Again, one of my favorite, was one of my favorites that quickly replaced the original. This one beat all of them. Yeah, this one is so intoxicating. But if you like the La Vie Belle line, I would say wait for a sale and pick this one up. This is a beautiful date night fragrance. This is another one that leaves a beautiful sillage. People will smell you, and if you like rose and like those kind of intoxicating rosy fragrances, I would say check this one out. This one I did pick up and forget about, and then recently I started wearing it. I feel like it got more intoxicating as it sat, but this one's gorgeous. And again, that is La Vie Belle Domaine de la Rose. This next one is like me in a bottle, but that is Juliet Has a Gun Magnolia Bliss. I did not expect to fall head over heels for this fragrance. I don't know what it is. It's not like there's anything overly special about this one. It's fresh. It's fruity, but it's not like your typical fruity floral. This has ginger, but the ginger in here is a little more zingy. It just has a tartness to it. It's juicy, it's mouth-watering. This has nectarine. So this to me is a kind of zingy, zesty, citrusy, shampoo-y, juicy, nectarine, musky, floral scent. I don't know how to describe it. It's super pretty. This, like Prada Paradox, gets me a lot of compliments, but it's more so when I'm hugged. I've noticed that Prada, people will say I smell nice just standing a few feet away. This is one that I usually get a compliment when I go in for a hug. I've had multiple people say, oh my God, you smell good. What are you wearing? So this is definitely more of an intimate scent, but it's very invigorating and uplifting. The ginger, the citrus, the muskiness, it's very clean and shampoo-y, but in the best possible way. Like not cheap shampoo, like expensive shampoo. I love this fragrance. So this is to me more like Pink Me Up, kind of like champagne, bubbly. This is definitely more of a day date. And again, that's Juliet Has a Gun Magnolia Bliss. Okay, so this one has nothing to do with Magnolia Bliss, but it is another kind of fruity scent, but this one's definitely more night, more sexy. That is House of Sillage and the Batman. This is apple, it's rosy, it's patchouli. I don't think they list oud, but there is something oud-like in this scent. This one is just sexiness in a bottle. This is one of my favorite House of Sillage fragrances. I've mentioned that the last few releases I've had have been a little disappointing. This wasn't one of them. This was love at first sniff, and the longer this one sits, the more sexier it gets. Now the apple note in here is more so in the opening, so I do sometimes layer this with Kayali's Eden Juicy Apple to bring out the apple note, but this is just sex in a bottle. This is another kind of vampy, sexy date night, you're going out kind of scent. I would wear this one here at the house because it's sexy, but this is one that when I envision a date, you're definitely going out, you're maybe wearing a little slinky black dress. That is this one. And again, that is House of Sillage, the Batman. So those are my top 10 new fragrances for day, date, or date night. Let me know in the comments below, what are some of your favorite kind of day, date night fragrances? But that will do it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys.